everyone, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So I apologize for my content being a little bit late. I did plan to do this on Valentine's Day, but it was one of those days it was super busy and I kept getting sidetracked. So here it is at 9 o'clock at night and I'm finally recording this content for you. Now I will be adding more items to my Amazon storefront under the replicate section where you can dress like Kate on an Amazon budget, but I'm also going to add in some more royal ladies. Queen Maxima and her daughter have been killing it in fashion on their tour as of late, and they have so many lovely outfits that I'm going to try over the next couple of weeks to incorporate some of those outfits into my Amazon storefront. So I need to ask your opinion. Should I put all of the royal ladies under replicate, or should I have a separate section for the other royals called Royally Inspired and have Kate just have her own replicate section? Leave me your comments, guys, down below how you think I should put it in the Amazon storefront. But as always, guys, we have a lot of juicy royalty to get through today. So you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So you have to hand it to Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York's PR firm. Talk about clickbaiting. These people did it the right way. Harry, you should take notes. So apparently Sarah Ferguson is heading to New York City on March 6th to promote her upcoming romance novel, A Most Intriguing Lady. Now, her press firm sent out a release saying that she will appear at the Cultural Center on 92nd Street and Y, and that she will be talking about her relationship with the Queen and answer a few questions about Harry and Meghan. Wow. The press release describes Fergie's novel as drawing upon historical characters and biographical elements from the Duchess's royal life and family lineage. Now, the press release also refers to Fergie as the former sister-in-law to King Charles. Now, I know a lot of people are up in arms about this, but I personally do not believe that Fergie's going to blow it, guys. She's not going to be team Harry and Meghan, or at least not publicly. I think she's going to be very politically correct and neutral. I don't believe she's going to trash Harry and Meghan, nor do I believe she's going to praise Harry and Meghan. Most recently, last month, she was unexpectedly welcomed back into the family fold. As we know, Fergie, the original royal grifter, Harry and Meghan, take some notes, okay? Auntie Fergie's the original grifter. She's been living with, Prince Andrew for the past 20 years up at the Royal Lodge, and she's been out of the royal family more than she's been in. Well, most recently, King Charles and Camilla have warmed to her, and they started to invite her back into the royal fold. So you think she's going to mess this up for those two royal rogues out in Montecito? Unless they got a spare bedroom lined up for her, she's not messing up this opportunity. She just got back in the firm. Are you kidding? Heck no, is she going to blow this for those two people? You think they're even going to give her a guest room when she's in California? I don't think so. Now, she's also the mother to Princess Eugenie, and we know that Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank are pretty close with her cousin Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So I don't see her slamming Harry and Meghan publicly, but I also do not see her praising them. She might say something like, well, congratulations on his book. He told his truth, whatever. We wish him well. Hope to see him at the coronation. I don't think she's going to overly go one way or the other. If she's smart and wants to continue with her little royal grift and get in the good graces at the coronation, be invited for Christmas, you know what I mean? She's not going to blow it for the two in Montecito. They're a lost cause. You know what I mean? They're kind of on their own. Let them crawl their way back into the royal family. Fergie's been trying for 20 years, so she's definitely not missing her shot on those two. But I think it's a genius marketing move that her PR firm mentioned Harry and Meghan and the Queen, because that's going to get everyone interested in Fergie. And let's be honest, the poor woman really doesn't draw a crowd. But she has grown on me the last couple of years. She gave a lovely speech at Lisa Marie Presley's funeral. She has done a lot for charity, and look, I wish her the most success on her book. It actually sounds pretty interesting, and she's written several books. I mean, real books, Harry, that have actual storyline. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of Fergie's books. I'm kind of interested in reading one of her novels, but I want to hear from someone who's read her romance novels. What do you think about it? But you know what? Good for you, Fergie. I wish you much success, and I hope it's another bestseller. So we have some interesting news about the upcoming coronation. It has just been announced that Queen Consort Camilla will wear the Queen Mary's crown for the coronation. Now, she's also going to pay special tribute to her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II by replacing some of the diamonds in the Queen Mary crown with the late Queen's diamonds. Now, Queen Mary's crown was made for Mary of Teck back in 1911 and was made by Gerard & Co. Now, it normally has been on display at the Tower of London, and they have now taken it off a display for modification ahead of the ceremony. This is the first time in recent history that a consort has not commissioned a brand new crown for her coronation, as Camilla follows her husband's efforts to be more sustainable, and I absolutely love that they're doing that. Now, in a palace statement, they said that Camilla wanted to pay special tribute to her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth by incorporating diamonds from her personal jewelry collection into the crown. And the statement read, quote, "The crown will be reset with the Cullinan III, IV, and V diamonds. The diamonds were part of Queen Elizabeth II's personal jewelry collection for many years and were often worn by her late Majesty as brooches. Camilla has also requested that 4 of the 8 detachable arches are removed." But the statement noted how swapping crown jewels will reflect the consort's individual style. Normally, when a queen is to be crowned, they have a brand new crown made specifically for her. So the fact that she's incorporating, diamonds in the crown from the past, I think it's a lovely gesture. Now, the Cullinan III and IV diamonds were temporarily set into the crown for the 1911 coronation. What's more, the Cullinan V was placed in the headpiece for the 1937 crowning of King George VI. So they constantly switch out and reuse the same diamonds for different people. Now, in the historic ceremony, this is something interesting. Camilla will be crowned before Charles is officially named as monarch, when the St. Edward's crown is placed on his head by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Now, a procession will then lead the newly crowned king past thousands of people to Buckingham Palace, where he will be joined by members of his family on the balcony to wave at the crowd. And I think we remember seeing footage of Queen Elizabeth. The next day at Windsor Castle, there's going to be a huge concert that's going to be broadcast all around the world with thousands of street parties in the afternoon. And of course, there's going to be a brand new bank holiday on Monday with millions of people set to take the day off of work, which I think is really fun. It kind of reminds me of the Platinum Jubilee. It's going to be pared down, but I think it's going to be so exciting to watch. Now, here's a little interesting part of history. According to people who knew her, Queen Mary of Teck was famous for being extremely frugal. Apparently, a lot of people in the royal family tend to have this trait. Princess Anne, in my opinion, kind of looks like she's very frugal, a no-nonsense person. She doesn't spend large amounts of money on her wardrobe. Her Majesty the Queen was known to be a little bit frugal, but Mary, Queen of Teck, was extremely frugal to the point where she would take flowers out of her own vases and hand them to her friends as gifts, and they would literally die like the next day because they were so old. She never once would go to a florist and buy fresh flowers as a gift. She would just reuse what she already had. I mean, you can't blame the woman. She was at least, thrifty. Now, there's a really funny story that was told by one of Queen Elizabeth's distant cousins by the name of Princess Olga Romanoff. She said that Mary had a way of acquiring and coveting other people's possessions. That she would go to your house, and she kind of had this, quote, upmarket kleptomania, because she would go into your house and she'd be sitting on one of your chairs and she'd say, oh, how much I love this chair. And you would feel obligated to give her all 12. People got wise to this and they would say, oh God, Queen Mary's coming to stay. So they'd go and put away all of the good stuff in the attic and bring the more rotten stuff down. That's hilarious. She was famous for it, absolutely famous for it. Outside church, she'd say, I do like that fur coat, and you'd have to give it to her. Thank God our royal family don't do that. Could you imagine feeling pressured to have to give the queen your coat right off your back because she liked your outfit? That's hysterical. But anyways, I just love that story. I'm excited about Camilla and her brand new crown. It'll be very interesting to see what she's going to wear to the coronation. So we have some horrible news. Queen Camilla has tested positive for COVID-19 for the second time and cancels all of her week's engagements. Now, earlier she was suffering from cold-like symptoms. They were calling it a seasonal illness. And then later on in the day, they publicly announced that in fact she had COVID. Now, Buckingham Palace said, quote, after suffering the symptoms of a cold, Her Majesty the Queen Consort has tested positive for the COVID virus. With regret, she has therefore canceled all of her public engagements for this week and sends her sincere apologies to those who have been due to attend them. Now, it's been almost a year to date since the last time she contracted COVID. It was back in February of 2022, a mere 4 days after King Charles had also tested positive for coronavirus. Now, they say she's in good spirits. She is taking it in stride and she is resting, and we wish her a full and speedy recovery. So to make matters even worse, after Camilla contracted COVID for the second time, and the poor woman, who was 75 years of age, is at home recovering, the amount of online vile abuse that has been spewed toward this woman is apprehensible. I can't even tell you half the things that are being tweeted about her right now because they're that bad. They're calling her a cow, a horse, saying, don't mistresses get certain, STDs, etc. Hey, give her some ivermectin. That's how you treat horses and cows. Like, it's just disgusting. And some people were wishing her to die. And y'all cry about Harry and Meghan. Oh, Meghan is such a victim. Meghan, you are not the only one who gets vile hate. People still hate Camilla for what happened way back when he was married to Diana. People still hate her, and I understand, but at the end of the day, to wish this upon somebody, look, I don't like Harry and Meghan, but I would never wish an illness on anybody. I would never wish death on anybody. It's just disgusting. And some of the things on here are so bad, I can't even repeat it. And what I told you was the basic stuff. They call her a homewrecker. She deserves it. We hope she doesn't recover. Oh yeah, there were 3 people in that marriage. They just constantly bring up Diana Gate again and again. It was so bad that Richard Palmer, a royal reporter, had to tweet, I'm all for the public and media scrutiny for the royal family, but the debate on all sides has become so toxic now it's a disgrace. The reaction from some on Twitter to Queen Camilla going down with COVID should give many people, including her stepson Prince Harry, food for thought. I 100% agree with him. Some of these people are just awful. And even on my videos, anytime I say something about Camilla, there's always going to be someone in the comments spewing hate on her. So Meghan and Harry need to understand they are not the only people who are victims of social media, of negative press. I mean, the things they're saying about Camilla. And will Harry and Meghan ever come out and defend Camilla? Nope. Did they ever come out and defend Prince William when he was being called a racist, when they misquoted one of his quotes that he made, I believe, about the Ukrainian war? Nope. Does he ever come out and correct the misconceptions that he made when he called his royal family racist? Nope. He sat there for almost 2 years and let everyone think that the royal family was racist. So they never come out ever and support the family, but they want the family to come out and support them. I got it. It's backwards. You're a hypocrite. It's a one-way road for you and Meghan. It's your way or the highway. You know, do for me, but I won't do for you ever. You ever meet one of those people, they always want you to do things for them, and then the minute you ask them to do something, they don't pick up your phone call, they don't answer your text, they conveniently go out of town, but every 5 minutes, boy, they expect you to help them, and they'll blow up your phone, blow up your email, blow up your text till you answer. That's Harry and Meghan. Constantly blowing up the royal family, do for us, help us, defend us, and then they do nothing for anybody else. It's a very one-sided, hypocritical, narcissistic relationship. Here his family is being attacked, and he won't come out and say, hey guys, you know, don't say that, that's not nice. That's my stepmom, you know, back off. That's my brother, he's not racist. Nope, never once. And then he wonders why they don't do it for them. Unbelievable. So again, people consider her to be a villain, to be an awful, dangerous woman. Whatever you feel about Camilla, she is suffering from COVID. She's a 75-year-old woman. She's a mother. She's a grandmother. She's married to the King of England. Can you just let it go? Let the Diana affair go. I was a Diana fan. I am a Diana fan, and I have let it go. It's just unhealthy, the amount of vileness that people are spewing toward this woman. I really hope she doesn't read what people are saying online. I couldn't imagine. But that's all the royalty that I have for you guys today. What do you guys think of the Coronation crown and how Camilla's planning to make it more of her own, but is recycling diamonds from her late Majesty the Queen? What do you think of Sarah Ferguson and her upcoming PR tour of her upcoming novel? And what do you think about Camilla getting COVID and the vile attacks that have been spewed upon her online? As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.